So what do you guys think about this color?
I like the color. It's going to look great on the ATV.
Yeah, I think it's good. You don't see them like that often, man. Not a Honda.
No, I mean with the shine and the flake and all the accessories, I think it's gonna look pretty good.
Well,
Yeah,
let me go get him taken care of. Let me take him over to Rags to Riches powder coating.
All right. Oh, here you go.
Thanks. Oops.
Let's go! Life's like a movie, lights, camera, action. Put your mind to it, live the life that you imagine. Life's like a movie, lights, camera, action.
Someone say special delivery.
Life's like a movie, lights, camera.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to our channel, go ahead, share, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. In today's episode, we're going to be continuing on to the 400EX XC build. Don't forget, we also want to thank Alba Racing. They are providing us with a coupon code to provide to you guys, the viewers, 10% off their products. So it'll be somewhere in the video. So do not skip it, because we see that. We see where you guys are skipping the videos. Do not do that. No, no, no.
We're going to start putting random stuff in random spots that could help you out a lot. We're just not going to tell you.
Yeah, guys. And so don't skip the video. You're going to want that discount code. It's good on their website for 10% off. And once again, we want to thank them for providing us with a coupon code. And we are not sponsored by Alba in any way. We just like their products, and they were nice enough to help us with the vault.
Alright guys, we just got the stuff back from powder coating from Rags to Riches. And I said thank you very much to them. You know they do a great job from our previous builds. And they don't just do ATV parts, they do car parts, truck parts, any kind of parts. As well as they got some great powder to offer. Anyway, guys, let us know what you guys think about the color. What is the color of your ATV that you guys got powder coated? Dirt bike, car, anything. Give us a tag on Instagram. Let us see what you guys got going on.
So, and as promised previously, on this episode, we are putting the heart back in the bike. And we are actually going to build the whole thing. You might even get to hear it run today. No?
Let's get it going.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
Alright everybody, so as you can see, we got everything back from powder coating. Rich King did an amazing job powder coating everything. I tried to pick a purple color, and this was the best color option we had. A lot of the purples out there, if you look at powder coating, it's got a blue tint to it. So we did a nice blue color and then a sparkle flake, and it turned out great. Of course, we took it apart to do it for the subframe, just because we want to get into every nook and cranny. But otherwise, we're going to start building this up. We've got a bunch of new parts for it. We're going to assemble it. The motor's done. So if you haven't watched that episode, go back and check it out. That was pretty interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, especially the stuff we found on it. A lot of little hidden gems.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of hidden stuff.
We can understand why it wasn't working, but it's definitely was something different. I haven't seen it like that before. So
no, definitely something new. So we're going to go ahead and throw this all together and keep watching, and hope you guys
Know how this goes.
Wow guys, look at all the stuff we have set out here. This is all going on the build. As you can see, there is a ton of stuff. So we have skid plates, rear swing arm protection. We have a whole bunch of Elva stuff, Motion Pro cables, bearings. What else?
Rotate the risers.
Risers. We have a
Quick start.
quick start from Jeremy.
Or short throw. Throw start button.
This button is the leading button out there if you're into ATV racing or dirt bike racing. This guy, he made it. He gets the whole shot in every single race, including the first GNCC race he went to. So he got the whole shot because of this.
Whole shot out of like freaking 100 people or something.
Yeah, it's insane, but that's definitely something we're throwing on.
The required, because this is for XC, gotta have our tether.
Yep.
Don't worry there, Lamar. We'll show you how we do it.
We have flex bars because we don't want to be sore after riding, and apparently that's really good to have.
Yeah, that mixed with your
Steering stabilizer.
good steering stabilizer.
Yep, we have ODI grips. We have a new hood for the plastics because the
He
one...
broke his.
No, I didn't break it.
Okay, we got it broke.
When we got it, the key switch was drilled into it, and that's not supposed to be like that. We have handlebars for the flex bars.
Yep, the hand guards.
Handbars for the flex bars. Gonna walk around here, run around. We have B-Lock tires from Alva Racing with Sonic tires. They're +2 A-arms. They're Pro Racing nerve bars and green netting to match. What else?
Got a new direct shifter because yours was goofy anyway.
Yep.
Of course, we got everything we had to move out, the new exhaust bushings, steering stem. What's this one?
Roller. Chain roller.
Yeah. Headlight switch, because even though we don't need to have headlights, we like having headlights, so we're going to keep them.
Yep. But as you can see, we have a bunch of stuff going on the board. We have upgraded front.
Yeah, here we go. The elbow brake lines, for
Yep.
the +2.
For the +2s.
Of course, he had to get the green holders.
Of course.
Well,
Upgraded front calipers for it. Rear brake line. We have LED head bulbs. A TRX90 thumb throttle because it's going to make it easier to...
a little bit longer on the 90. So you get the one from the TRX90 and it's a little longer, a little more comfortable for pushing.
Yep.
Especially if you're going to be doing it for 2 hours.
Helps with the fatigue. We have a battery...
Gas tank straps.
Oh, gas.
His didn't have gas tank straps on it, they were missing, so we had to order some.
And it didn't have gas either, so...
And then things that we have, it didn't have any power.
No, it doesn't.
And then of course we're using our dual piston rear brake for it.
Exactly.
Yep.
We got
So
that.
we'll have dual pistons all the way around on it.
Oh, we're also going to be running our brand shocks,
Yep.
which that's kind of a surprise, but cat's
Just
out of the
blew it.
bag. But we are going to be running our shocks. They should be in here pretty soon. The rear swing arm, we didn't touch that at all because previously we had rebuilt everything on it, so not
It's
touching
all
anything
fresh
there.
anyway. It has maybe 2 hours on it.
Yeah, if that. So
Yeah.
that's all good to go. We're not going to touch any of that stuff. Cracking on, a lot of stuff to put on. So we kind of crunch on time for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Not going to tell you what it is, but there is a reason why we're kind of crunch on time right now. So we're going to get cracking onto it. And once again, we're not going to show how to install a lot of the stuff. Like the button we will, some of the stuff we will,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is just going to be fast forward, installed. So we're going to get to it and yeah, enjoy guys. Alright, so we went ahead and put in the new steering bushing kit with the seals. Throw in the top bushing, the steering stem, and then we can put the skid plate on. Alright, so steering stem is in, brackets are in with the new steering stem bushing. Feels good. Don't forget to grease everything. Now we're going to throw the nut and bushing at the bottom and then get the skid plate on. Okay, so we threw the washer, the nut on, and the cotter pin. So now, before we threw the skid plate on, or the underbelly plate, we went ahead and used some rubber double-sided taping along the frame just to stop any vibration or damage on the frame because it's freshly powder coated. But now we're going to throw the skid plate on.
Other things you can do is just get on there and silicone along the edge as you put it on. Just like that, it's done.
No, we're going to line up those holes and then we should be good to go.
I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot.
Alright, so now that we have the skid plate on, we're going to throw on the rear subframe, and it's powder coated to match, so we're going to throw this on. Alright, as you can see, the rear subframe is on. Used old hardware, but it's all good. Little bit of tweaking to do, but it's on there.
Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool. Get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel? Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me. I got options. Real stepper. Check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good. Where my hopping John at? Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk up, play. But you better not come home like that. Street lights. We was young, racing. Street lights. Carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, I did that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We did chillin', where we at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We the coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good?
Alright guys, so as you can see, we got the A-arms on, we got the tie rods on. We did the 3 spaces in the back for the MX style riding. But also we also tightened up the upper A-arms, ball joints. Leave the lowers loose because you will need to adjust it for the camber later on once everything's on. You sit on the bike, you adjust everything like that. So everything's tight, and now we're going to be doing handlebars and more front end stuff and keep continuing.
And it's gone.
Alright, so we put our Pro Taper extended handlebars on. We had to get spacers for these. I'm sure there is some sort of setup out there or something that works with this. But because we're using fixed handlebars, we had to go with a bigger opening for this. So in order for this to clear the plastics and everything else, we had to get spacers and then tighten it down, and we'll continue. Okay, so we put on these flex handlebars. As you can see, they have a dampening system. There's all different inserts you can add depending on your ride style and your cushioning. Yep, right there. You get soft, medium, and hard. You have inners and outers. There's instructions on how to do all that.
Them are the ones he's gonna run because Richard prefers it hard.
No. So, I'm gonna adjust, I believe the inners. I'm gonna adjust just the inners to a softer one, so that way on the bumps, you know, it kind of helps a little bit with fatigue. We have the hand guards, which we have to draw and tap the ends of the handlebars, which they come with a nice thread. They come with a draw bit or a threading bit,
Tap.
a tap. So we're gonna have to do that there and there. Don't forget to use like some sort of lubricant will make it easier. And also go in a little bit, take it out, clean it up. Alright guys, so we got the hubs on, we got the nut on. If you don't have one, we highly recommend a cotter pin set. There's a whole bunch of them. They do come in handy with everything. These will be linked in the website. If you want to go ahead and check it out, these will be there. But definitely recommended. So we're going to throw one in there. We're going to throw the brake caliper on and then continue. Okay, so we have the hub on. We have dual piston front brake caliper on, and then we have the disc protection cover on, and then we're going to be threading on the brake lines, stainless brake lines that came with the Alba A-arms. Alright, so you can see the handlebars are now threaded. With the flex handlebars, they do give you a tapping bit, so make sure to do it a couple times, clean it out every time, but also make sure to use a cutting fluid. You can use WD-40. We use Rapid Tap because it's made for it, but make sure to thread that. We went about there. If I can focus, there you go. We stopped over there, flush with the handlebars. So make sure you stop there, and then we're going to continue bolting everything else. Okay, so we have the flex handlebars on and mounted to where we need them. We have the ODI grips on. We have our keel tether on here. This is a Pro Armor series. We have our quick start button on here. This is the Jeremy button. I call it a Jeremy button. We changed out the dampeners to the yellow ones for the inside and kept the red ones on the outside. And so we're going to be continuing with the light switches, clutch, brake, and then the guards. And I think that's it for the handlebars. Okay, so as you can see, we have pretty much all of our hand controls on. We have the throttle thumb assembly back on. We have the front brake master on with the brake line. We have our clutch cable with the clutch lever. We have our button on, headlight switches, and so now we're just going to put the hand guards on and then hopefully throw the motor in next so we can put the swing arm on and make this a rolling chassis, hopefully. Alright, so as you can see, we got the flex bars, wraparound hand guards installed. Pretty simple install. You may need to adjust your brake lever and a couple other things just for clearance, but these do bolt up straight to the handlebars and definitely going to keep your hands safe while riding. Okay, everything's ready, and now it's time to throw the motor in. So let's throw the motor in. Okay, now we have our protective coating. We're gonna throw the motor in, or Hercules. Okay, so we got the swing arm on, we got the swing arm bolt in. It was easy. I mean, just as easy as it came out was as easy as it went back in.
Almost like it was brand new.
Almost. So now we're going to throw the top mounts on. So we're going to turn the handlebars a little bit. Put your head.
We can let them see.
Yep.
There we go.
So we have a long and a short spacing.
Long one over here, short over there.
Oh. Yep. There you go.
Thank you.
And we might have to adjust the motor. Oh,
You want to pull that back a little?
No.
I got to get my spacer in, man.
there you go.
Go.
Okay, now that we got the top motor bolted, we're going to throw in the lowers. Not the A ones, but the actual lower one down here. Long spacer. And you have 2 spacers, a long and a short.
Give me that. I'll hold it. Well, no.
And the short space is on my side. The long space is on that side.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see the swing arms on. We've got the shock linkage on. We took the shock off because we're going to be throwing ours in. We threw the hubs on. We tightened them down, put the cotter pins in. And we're just going to keep chugging along. We're going to take off this case saver. It's pretty worn out, so we're going to be replacing it with an Alba one. Guys, do not forget, we have a 10% discount code for Alba products. I want to thank them very much for giving us the opportunity to give us a code. It's Zoom. It gives you 10% off their website. We are not sponsored by them. We bought everything for the machine, but they were nice enough to give us a code to pass along to you, the viewers. So if you haven't already, go ahead, share, like, and subscribe. And that way you can share the savings on to all your buddies. And yeah, we're just going to continue on with this and get it done. Okay, so we have the starter motor in, we have the intake on, we have the new case saver in from Alba on, we have the vent hose on, and then we're just going to keep continuing and throw in the rest of the stuff. Okay, so we have our oil cooler kit on, we have the lines ran to where they need to go, so we got it to the tank and then to the motor. We've got our fittings on there. There is a bracket that's going to hold this line up there, so that's no big deal. We have our steering stabilizer on there. I'll bring you guys around and show you that. Steering stabilizer is right there. That's all connected and torqued down. So we're going to keep continuing and hopefully finish this pretty soon. Okay, so we went ahead and threw the master rear brake on with the brake lever, with the spring. We have a pressure switch for the rear brake lights. We bled the brakes and we threw the caliper on along with the braided rear line. So now we're going to do all the little bits and pieces. We're going to throw in the seat latch on, couple brackets, the wire harness. Okay, so what we went ahead and did is throw the lower motor mounts on along with the Nerf bars. These are the Alba, what are they, competition? Alba Pro Nerf bars. They have a lot of grip for your feet. We also went with the Tusk shifter, the motor mounts in the top here, and just a little bits and pieces that we've been doing, trying to finish this up. But we're going to throw the nice green netting on and then show you guys when it's done. Okay, so we have the netting in. If you can see, the flaps go down, but there is a specific way. Dave showed me how to do it today. But there are 3 holes in the things. You want to go down all the way and then come back through the second one through the top. So kind of like that. And then when you're done, just pull them tight. You want to make sure they are in a line. And then depending on personal preference, you can leave them super loose, super tight, but for now we're going to leave them like this until we figure out where we kind of want them with the boots, and then keep continuing. Okay, so we have the exhaust back on, we have the header back on, the pipe, and then we ran our clutch cable. With the clutch cable, make sure it doesn't touch your header pipe. We zip tied it up to the vent hose up there, but just make sure that it does not touch the header pipe or it will melt, and then you have to replace it. But we're going to keep cracking on and get this done. Okay, so we went ahead and wired in our kill switch, our start button, and our headlight switches. We used the existing wiring just so we can use the plugs. I'm not the best at wiring, so this is the way I do it. I know a lot of people do it differently, but I use shrink tubing. I didn't solder anything because I trust the way I do my wiring. And then we have some wrap that we're going to throw down here, make it all look nice and tidy. The color codes are pretty easy. If you don't have an owner's manual, go and get one. If not, then you can always take the back of the switch off, and then you can see all the coloring. This is an 07, so you can see yellow and red and black is your start button. Your kill switch is green and white and black, and then you have your headlight switches and your high beams. So if anything, just take the backing off, see the wiring where they go to. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so we went ahead and installed the new wire harness. We put everything back to how it was. We used this nice wire wrap stuff and green zip ties to match the paint or the accessories. Got your coil back on, we got the voltage regulator back in, your starter solenoid back here, batteries in. We were able to connect the reverse and neutral wires with the switches, starter motors on with the wire. We have all the wiring back here. To the stator, that's all needs to be tucked up and kind of put out the way. And then the tail light plug, which we got a new tail light coming through because the old one was broken. And then also the reverse and neutral lights, we have the wires taped up. That's how we got it. So we got the lights coming back in, and then we're going to find a way to put it on the key switch, and we're getting closer. Okay, so as you can see, we now have the wiring all complete. We have the carburetor in with the airbox, we have the battery in. We threw a brand new K&N style air filter. We're going to throw the airbox lid on, which has a nice mesh kit for it. And we also have the plug for the snorkel. So we're going to throw these on. Okay, so as you can see, we now have the plastic that goes under the gas tank. We have brand new tank straps because it didn't have any. Tank is on, the airbox is on, and we have these new Bluetooth shocks on. You can't see them just yet, but they work really well.
They're wireless.
We have the headlight on, bolted up, and now we're just gonna throw the shocks on. We're gonna connect the gas lines. We're gonna hook up the battery, check ignition, add oil, make sure we got spark, and then hopefully get this done soon. So these are the shocks that we will be carrying. These are the ASAC brand front shocks. This is how they're going to come nice and packaged. This is for the 400 bolt, and this is the first time we're going to see these. So, and this is going to be the same.
Black.
And this is going to be the same way when you guys open it. It's going to be the same way. So, woo! Oh yeah, that is nice. So.
With your little tool.
Yep, so nice foam packaging, nothing's going to get damaged. You got your adjustment wrenches, nicely branded. You have all your hardware, so you have all stickers, stainless hardware. You have your brackets, this is for the 400.
for
Yep.
the rear. Yeah.
So that's your bracket for it. And then of course you're gonna have your rear shock. These are not fake reservoirs that you see online. These are the real deal. These are not the fake ones. These have been tested before, so we know they're good. Same with the fronts. They are real. They are rebuildable. We are going to carry the rebuildable kits for them. They are
You cut that off, it will spray you.
Yeah. They are a one size or one weight, kind of a universal. They are not adjusted and sprung to you. It's kind of like an upgrade for OEM, but if you don't want to get yours rebuilt to your weight and your riding style, this is just a good upgrade to put on. It does have the 3 adjustments, so the spring rate, the rebound, and the compression.
Yeah, how fast it'll compress, basically.
Yep. So these will be on our site. Nice brackets, nicely anodized, and of course they're going to look good on the 400 bolts. So we're going to throw these on, throw the front tires on, finish the alignment, and then we're going to do the first startup. So
stay tuned.
okay, so as you can see, the front shocks are on, we have the rears on. We're going to show you that the wheels and tires are on. Yeah, everything's pretty much done.
We have to do an alignment, just slightly.
Yep, adjust the camber a little bit, alignment.
Just the alignment. I think
And
the
then,
camber is going to be good.
Yeah, everything else turned out pretty good. So we're going to throw some oil in it and start it up for the first time. Okay, so we added the oil, the break-in oil, quarter that, and then the rest with the regular 10W30. It's very cold here in Michigan, but we're going to do the first start and start doing the break-in. So we're not going to show how to do the break-in, but we're just going to show the first startup, and then we'll show you guys the unveiling of it with the plastics and the graphics once it's done. That's it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I want to thank Alba Racing once again for that coupon code. And also, guys, if you're paying attention throughout the video, you'll see there is a button. I call it a Jeremy button. It's a JK Racing button. Those buttons are the best on the market. If you're looking to get a whole shot on anybody, it's a guaranteed product. If you go on their Facebook page, link will be in the description. Take a look on his GNCC race. Out of 50 plus races, he was the first
To the first corner. First off the line, first to the first corner.
Yep.
Pole shot it.
Yeah, in the first GNCC race, all because of that button. So it's a great product. We're going to be running it and highly recommend it. Once again, I want to thank everybody who's helped us with the build and hope you enjoyed it. And also, let us know what you think about the color.
Yeah, definitely let us know what you think about the color.
And don't forget, guys, Alba Racing's discount code. If you watch the video, you'll see it. We're not going to tell you. So if you missed it, go back. It's good for 10% off their website. And I want to thank Alba Racing once again for providing us with that code to pass along to you guys.
And of course, on the next video, we're going to be doing a whole hour-long time lapse of the Warrior build completely. You'll get to see the whole thing fast-forwarded and obviously a lot of editing. Richard worked real hard on that. So we got an hour-long video coming.
My hands are tired.
Guys, I just want to thank Rags to Riches Powder Coating. They did a great job. Got their beanie over there. They got some great powder. Really good powder. And yeah, guys, stay tuned to the next video and see what else we're going to be doing. Okay, guys, thanks very much for watching. What do you guys think of the color? Comment down below, let us know. Guys, don't forget to tag us also on Instagram with your ATV that's been powder coated, dirt bike, cars, truck parts, anything like that. We got some great powder, guys. Real good powder. Okay, guys, stay tuned for the next video. And see you guys in...
Miles, you want a treat?
And catch us on the
Catch
next
us on
one.
the next one.
Miles, home time!
Been working since I was a kid, I just gotta keep my head up. Running, I'm never gonna let. I'll never feed the haters cause they fed up. They still tryna find a way to win. I the God that's when it all begins. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. Perfect timing, God with the assist. I've been working since I was a kid.